Hello and welcome back to the channel. My name is Telma and happy to see you here again. Yeah, today I want to show you how to make this beautiful dress, this smoke dress. So if this is something you want to see, do well to watch this video to the end. If you're a first timer, first time here, if today is your first time, you're welcome. And if you have been here before, thank you. You are the real MVP. So let's just get right into the video. So the first thing I did here was to fold my fabric with the largest part of my body. So for example, if your hip measurement is 40 inches, 40 divided by 4 will be 10 inches. So you're going to fold your fabric in 10. So I folded this fabric 4 like into 4. If you've been here before, you know how we do that already. I folded this fabric into 4, then that is in 10 inches. Then I added 5 inches extra. So what I have here, I'm just marking out 5 inches. So in total of my fold I have 15 inches. So I'm marking out 5 inches first. So this 5 inches will be the extra we'll need for this smoking dress. Then the remaining 10 inches, which is the largest part of the body, which is the hip measurement that we use to fold this fabric, will be where we'll take all the measurement for the dress. So I'm marking out 5 inches here. I'm just going to rule a straight line for that 5 inches. So after that 5 inches mark, this is where I'm going to take all my measurement for this dress. So the first going to mark a straight line here. This will be our start line where all our measurements will be taken. So this line will just be a guide to know where we take all the measurements. So the first thing here, I'm just marking my shoulder measurement there. So here I'm going to put my shoulder measurement. Now to get the armhole for this dress, I'm going to go up by 4 inches because it is it's an off shoulder dress. I'm going to go up by 4 inches. Then here I'm just going to mark out the complete part of the armhole, which is 8 inches, 4 inches upward, and the next 4 inches here will be for the armhole. So I'm just marking out 4 inches, that part for armhole. So in total my armhole will be 8 inches that way. So here I'm just going to go up or go out by 2 inches or 1.5 inches if you don't have a curve ruler. But because I have a curve ruler, I'm just going to go ahead to mark out this armhole. It will not be like the regular armhole. Just going to give this a nice curve like this. So if you don't have a ruler, you can just go outward by 2 inches and mark it out. So just use my ruler to give this armhole curve this way, this off shoulder armhole curve. So now we're just going to mark out our waistline, 16 inches. Here our hip line, I'm just marking that out. So these are hip line, waistline, hip line. Now I'm going to impute the waist measurement. Waist measurement is 28 inches divided by 4 is 7. So I'm just marking that out, and here on the hip measurement I'm putting the hip measurement I have. So now I'm not putting any extra allowances. Remember, we have 5 inches, like 5 inches extra that we left at the other side. So that's where all the allowance and everything for this dress will be. So here I'm just marking out the real or the exact measurements on this part of the dress. So now I'm just going to connect everything together, the waist to the hip and the armhole or the bust measurement. So here I am going to impute my bust measurement. I didn't do that before, so I'm just going to put in my bust measurement, and I'm going to connect that as well. Now for the hem of this dress, whatever I have on my hip, whatever I have as the hip measurement, I'm just going to put that at the hem of the dress and connect everything together and just cut. So I'm taking the measurement I have on the hip line to the hem line as well. So after doing that, I'm just going to go ahead to cut out everything. So let's cut and cut. So this is what we have. Remember, we have that 5 inches extra. So now let's move to the sleeve part. For the sleeve part, I have just 1 yard of this satin fabric. So that 1 yard, I just shared it into 2 equal halves. So this is what I have. So 1 yard, I just at the middle just cut the 1 yard into 2 equal halves. That's what I'll be using for the sleeve. So here I'm just going to fold this into 4 again, like so. I'm just folding the whole fabric into 4 this way. So now I'm going to bring my armhole for the dress. I'm just going to place it this way and mark it or shape it out. So I'm shaping it out like this. So remember, this is into 4 already. I'm just showing you that it's into 4. And I've gone ahead to mark out my armhole curve there on the sleeve. So I'm just going to use this ruler to connect and give it a little shape at the hem this way. So this is all about the sleeve. I'm just going to cut this out. So remember, this is folded into 4. I have 1 yard of fabric. I cut the fabric. I just divided the fabric into 2 equal halves. Then I folded the fabric into 4 and um brought in the armhole of the dress to shape out this sleeve at that point, or the armhole at that point. So when we want to sew, we're just going to stitch the edges of this sleeve, both the top and the bottom of this sleeve. We're just going to stitch it, but when we get there, you definitely see it. So now let's go to the sewing part of this dress. So the first thing you have to do is at the top of this dress, you can see our armhole showing at that part. So you're going to just fold this in with a straight stitch. You're just going to fold it in with a straight stitch like this and all the way down. You are going to do also the same thing for the hem of the dress. So I'm just going to put this down with a straight stitch. So remember, you're doing this for both the front and the back. You're going to fold the upper part of this dress with a straight stitch and the lower part as well. So now after doing that, we're going to put in our elastic. I'm putting this now first before I start smoking the dress. So this is what we have for the elastic. I don't have any particular measurement. I just had enough elastic there. So by the time I'm done, I want to shape my dress, I'm going to just take the elastic I need and cut off the excess. So this is what we have now. These are elastic. I'm just going to open the elastic, like straighten the dress, so we can start smoking this dress without it getting folded, without it being folding at the where we are smoking. So I'm just going to open up the elastic is there, but just open up the dress for us to start smoking it. I hope this is clear enough. So this is the smoking thread, and this thread will be in your bobbin. So you're just going to use your hand to wrap it around your bobbin, but on your thread stand you would use your normal thread on that thread stand. So this one will be bottom, while the other normal thread will be on your thread stand. So you're just going to go ahead to stitch this all the way to the hem of the dress. You just keep repeating the same task. You need patience. You really need patience on this dress. So finally we've smoked this dress. So this is both the front and the back. Whew, it was not an easy task, but we overcame. So this is the front and the back. So the next thing is just to pull this elastic to the exact shape or the exact size you want. So I'm just going to keep pulling this. When it's okay to the size I want to work with, I'm just going to cut off the excesses and stitch that in so it will stick. So I'm going to do this for both the front and the back. I'm just going to pull in the elastic, ensure that it's like well placed at the front. You see it when you know when you see it. So you just ensure it's well okay before you cut off the excesses. So after doing that, we're going to put the front and the back right sides facing each other, and we're just going to stitch this dress from the armhole. We're just going to stitch all the way down with half an inch or just a little stitch, because this dress has to enter you. Remember, it doesn't have zipper or anything, so just going to put the back and the front together, and you're going to stitch all the way down. So I'm going to do just that now. The next step is, after stitching that dress, you definitely need to put in your sleeve. So for the sleeve, I've gone ahead to stitch down the top of the sleeve and the hem of the sleeve. I folded them in just like so, with half and 1 inch on both ends. So just stitch the top and the bottom of the sleeve. So the next thing after stitching your sleeve is to put the elastic as well. Elastic on the shoulder part and elastic on the hem part of the sleeve. So on both ends, you're going to just put in your elastics as well for both sleeves. So let's just go ahead to do that and see how it looks, or and the next step to take. So this is what we have right now. I'm gonna ahead to fix in the elastic for the sleeves. These are both sleeves and they have elastic both at the top and the bottom of the sleeves, like so. This is what we have. This is the elastics. So I'm just going to pull this out as well to ensure that I have it in the proper amount I want. So to attach the sleeve to this dress, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to just fold the sleeves inside out the way you would normally stitch your sleeve. So from the hem of the sleeve to the armhole part, or from the armhole to the hem of the sleeve, just going to join this with a straight stitch on both sides and attach the sleeve to the dress. It's just a simple thing, and this is what we have. So if you find this video helpful, do it to subscribe, turn on your bell notification so you don't miss my next video, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now. Thanks for watching.